Now I'm going to show you one more feature what I haven't explained you before. That is about once you turn the 3dsmax on, you can see that there are some grids in here, the boxes. But sometimes those number of boxes may or may not be enough for your need, or it may change accordingly what you draw. For example, for my case in here, I'm just planning to draw a stuff which is almost 2.5 or 3 meter height in total. That's why I must be checking about these boxes, how big these boxes are. First of all, I'm clicking on the LW for zooming in this layout. Then I am coming to this magnet shapes. Any of these snapping tools. I right click on it. So nice. I just make the screen of this perspective layout to get fulfilled by Alt W. Now I'm just going to change the sizes or the let's say counting of these boxes. Here there are 4 snipping tools. I right click on one of them and it opens this layout. Sorry, this window. What this does is, if I come to the home grids, it is telling me that what is the space of one grid. For my case, my objects are usually growing by the let's say times of 25 centimeters. That's why I'm checking that each grid will have 25 centimeters. And I want to see a major line after every 4 grids, because after every 4 grids I'm reaching 1 meter size. And I want in total, let's say 12 boxes to be right from center to right, center to left, center to down, center to up. I mean, in all directions I'm going to have 12 boxes. So once I click enter, here is my zone now. If I just get closer, if I get closer down in here, let's see. This is the zone what I will use to draw. First of all, I'm just going to click this icon which is at the top. Now I'm in the perspective look. What I have told you is, first of all, check the unit setup. Now I'm checking the unit setup of my screen from the customize unit setup. Here it is in the matrix and the centimeters. That's okay for me. I click OK. These 2 processes must be done in every drawing of yours. Changing the size or the count of the boxes and changing the unit setup. Okay, or be sure about it. Now, let me just draw the shapes. Oops, sorry, let me just zoom it out a little bit. Okay, here is the place. So, oops, sorry. Here's the place. Now, I'm going to draw the box. In that given dimensions. So, here I draw it. A box which is something like that. The dimensions what I told you to draw is the length is going to be 25. So the length is 25. Width is 25. And the height is 100 centimeters. So here is my box. Clear? Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to copy this box 4 times. Sorry, 3 times. So in total we will have 4 boxes. When the box is not selected at all, I click the select and move tool and I select my object. After I select my object, I press the shift key and I drag the mouse to the right, or any direction you wish to do, I'll say. Okay, when I release the mouse, it's asking me to do what? I decide that to make 3 copies. Okay, here are 3 copies. So these are 3 identical copies, same as the first one is. There is another one which is clone, not copy, that makes a different effect in the future. You are going to see that one as well. But now we are making a copy, so they all are individual. Then this another box, here I draw it. That box should have the length as 150 centimeters. Length is 150. Width is 152. And the height is 25 centimeters.
Also it's box.
That's also a box. So here is the other box. I am just going to move this box aside. Okay, I'm just going to drag it in here, so my drawings will not be disturbed.
What's the size of the box?
The size of the box is 150 the length, 150 the width, and 25 the height. Now, the next shape is the cylinder. So here's the cylinder. I click the cylinder. I am drawing a cylinder in this shape, in this size. Then I'm deciding the radius and the height. Radius is going to be 75. Radius is going to be 75. And the height is going to be 100. Okay, height is going to be the 100. Okay, here's my, let's say, cylinder. And the last one is going to be a cone. Let me draw the cone. Here's the cone. I draw a cone in any size, no problem. The radius one is going to be 80. The radius one is going to be the 80. Radius 2 is going to be 0. And the height is going to be 50 centimeters. So here we have all of those items. Now, let me just build that shape what I have shown to you. According to that shape, what I told you, I need to put these 4 stands. Am I right? So this is one of them. Okay. And this is the other one. Okay, here. And this is the other one. Here. This is the other one that's in here. Okay. I put those 3, let's say the 4 legs, and then I'm going to put the box on them. So on them, I'm just going to bring it in here. Okay, here and not there. Okay, I'm just going to bring it in here. Okay, that should be somewhere here. Okay, that's in here. This is so down, so I'm just going to push it somewhere here. And this one is also somewhere here. And this one is somewhere here. Then I need to put the cylinder on the table. So I'm just going to bring the cylinder on the table now. Here it is. And I need to put the cone on the cylinder. Am I right? I'm just going to bring it in here. Okay. Come. So here it is. We build it. You may think that we build it. If you look at in different viewports, hence the shape in the perspective looks like what we wish to build. It is far away from it. Let me show you from different viewports. For example, I'm hitting the letter L from the left look. From the left look, our shape looks like this. I'm hitting the letter F from the front look. From the front look, it looks like this. And T from top look. And our shape looks like that. That means that while you are drawing your shapes, you must be very sure about where those objects are exactly. For that reason, I'm now coming to the perspective look again by hitting the letter P, and I just select this look, which is the default one, and I'm going to undo the steps until everything goes to their positions. Okay. Let's see that. How far will it go? Okay, it moves until this point. Now let me just take the shapes somewhere here. Okay, let me just drag it in here. I'm just cleaning the mask, what I just did by me. And now I'm just going to drag them apart. Now let us build the proper shape. Let us build the proper shape. The legs are going to stand on the table's body. Am I right? So it is better to bring the table's body in the first hand. So here is the table's body. I'm just bringing it somewhere here roughly. From the top look, I hit the letter T, and I'm dragging it somewhere here. Okay? You can position it better. Listen, guys. It is not like the Java programming. Now the center point is at the center of the object. Do you remember? In Java programming, we were just looking the top left. Now we are looking the center of the object if we haven't changed it. That is called as pivot points. Now, what I'm looking in here is the pivot point what I have must be on the surface of that grid. Now, we must make some maths in here. What was the size of my box? It was 150 the length, 150 the width. So pivot point should be 75 by 75. So here I am just bringing the X. Okay, here's the 0, and here it is 0, and here it is 0. Now, the box is just positioned on the ground. Do you see that? Okay, let me just come to perspective look. The box has just positioned on the ground. I just changed the X, Y, and the Z values. Now, it is just touching on the ground. What I will do next is, I will take these naughty boxes, because they are in all different sizes, all different in heights. I'm going to bring them again to the ground. Just to the ground. So, what I'm making is, I'm just changing the Z values into 0. See, when I make the Z value to 0, it just touched the ground. I'm making the same for here too. There was a shortcut. I'm just trying to check whether it is present in here or not. Not this. Okay, I'm just going to write 0 in here for now. That is also touching ground, I guess. I hope. Okay. And that one is again 0. And this one, I'm just going to change it into 0. Now, these are all looks 0. For me, it's still awkward, but they're touching the ground. What I will do is, I'm just going to bring them to the stage by dragging in the X and the Y axes, because Z has been settled for touching the ground. So, I'm just dragging from the X and the Y axes somewhere here. Roughly positioning. I'm just positioning them roughly now. Okay, here they are. What I will do is, for better alignment of this, if I am going to align it from the top look, so I can see where those legs are exactly is. Okay, so I hit the letter T. When I hit the letter T, now I'm looking down from the top look. I select the box which is at the bottom and I hit the letter Z. Now I zoom in. Okay, I am able to see the scene now close enough to my viewport. What to do now is, because there are shadows in here, the shadows may confuse me. I'm just changing from realistic to the shaded mode. So there are no shadow at all. When I click this box, I'm not able to select from here. So I can use the selection tool in here. If I click this box 1, it goes and automatically select this one in here. So I will just drag it in here somewhere which satisfies me that it's in the corner. Then box 2, it is in here. Box 3, it is in here. Oops, sorry. Box 3, it is in here. And box 4, it is in here. So here they are. I'm again passing to the perspective look. And here it is. What to do is, I just need to rise this one, this one to be elevated according to the height of those boxes. Height was 100. So here the Z value was 0. If I write it in 100, here it is. It just moved on the top of the other objects. Okay? After this, we are not going to align the stuffs. After this, we are not going to align the stuffs in this way. We will make it a bit faster. How it works. Now, I'm going to bring the cone and the cylinder close to my table. Sorry, this makes something else. Freeze, isolation, select, clone, collapse all, collapse cycles, okay. Now, what I will do is, actually, listen here. I'm just going to make the scene to look big like this. And I select the cylinder. And I brought the cylinder somewhere around here. No problem where it is now. What I will do is, I'm going to drag my icons in here. And we have an align section. I am going to click the align. And I want this thing to be aligned with this box. Now, I want it to be aligned accordingly their centers. Okay, let's say that according to their centers, according to their minimums or whatever it is. Now, current object is this object. Am I right? I want the current object's minimum. I'm in the base of it to be aligned with the maximum of the other objects. The other object is this table. I want it to be positioned in the X, Y, and Z. Okay, let's see that we have a problem in here. Let's make center and center. Here it is. Actually, the pivot point remains in here. There's a problem in here, I guess. No, pivot came in here. Okay, whatever. We have aligned the box with the cylinder, but the problem is the height. So I need to elevate it up like this. But accordingly what? Here what we know that the height of the stands were 1 meter, means 100 centimeters. And height of this box was 25 centimeters. In total, 125. So I'm just going to elevate it by 125 centimeters. Here it is. Okay, now it's just touching. Now, the cone. Let me bring the cone. The cone is going to be a bit easier. I'm just going to select the cone, again, align with this object. Okay. Okay, now, after X, Y, and Z are aligned like that, okay, I said it okay. I just need to move it up. Now, 125 plus whatever the height of that object was, 100. So, 225. So, let me make it 225. Here it is. So when I see in the perspective look, I see the shape like that. If I roll around the shape in any direction wherever I look, that always looks the same. Do you got it? So that is done. I'm just going to stop the recording now.